Well, welcome to day 12. I hope this fast has just been phenomenal for you and that ultimately that God is doing some incredible things in your life. Today we are actually in Matthew chapter 18, and I want to start in verse 7. And scripture is actually talking about just this strong pull and this desire to fall into temptation. You ever have that when you wake up in the morning and you just feel like, man, honestly, I don't feel like doing what's right today. I feel like pleasing and satisfying my flesh. So this is what's going on in this passage. Let's read it together. It's in chapter 18, verse 7, and it says, "Woe to the world for temptations to sin, for it is necessary that temptation comes. But woe to the one by whom the temptation comes. And if your hand or foot causes you to sin," listen to this, "cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life crippled or lame than with 2 hands or 2 feet than to be thrown into eternal fire." What is this saying? This is ultimately saying this. We all know our weaknesses, and we all know when we get around certain things or go certain places that our heightened sense of temptation is going to be more prevalent than anything. Like, for instance, when you hang around with a certain group of people, you always do stupid things, or you always do things that you regret, or you have a night where you wake up in the morning, you're like, what in the world happened last night? And you wouldn't normally be pulled to do those things, but every time you hang around these certain people, that's what happens. And so what Scripture is teaching us right here is saying, listen, if you are knowingly putting yourself into positions that cause you to fall into temptation, cut it off. Just like, don't even take part of that anymore. If for some of you, it might be just simply getting some new friends or hanging out in different places. If you keep on reading, the text emphasizes the point even more. It says, "And if your eye causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life with 1 eye than 2 eyes to be thrown into the hell of fire." So listen, here's the deal. I believe that every single day we wake up and we have to make a conscious decision between momentary comfort and eternal gain. Momentary comfort and eternal gain. Like most temptation, when we fall into it, it's to satisfy us right now, right this second, right this minute. It's what pleases us and it's what makes us happy in that moment. But I think what Jesus is trying to teach us here in this passage is, listen, there is an eternity in front of you and ahead of you. And we've got to learn to think with eternity in mind instead of pleasing things that satisfy us right now. Can we begin to think with an eternal focus and an eternal mindset going, listen, the reason that I'm going to run from temptation, the reason that I'm going to cut off anything that causes me to fall into temptation is because I'm an eternal being. And I'm going to live forever. And ultimately, I want that to be with Jesus. So that's my encouragement for you today is momentary comfort versus eternal gain. Make a decision to follow Jesus, but not only that, make a decision not to just please yourself right now, but in the long term that it's all about eternity. Blessings. Hope you have a great day.